Hi, good morning, church family.
Good morning.
I'm honored and blessed to be here this morning. I am a facilitator for Raising My Voice. Raising My Voice is a 6-week class that helps empower women to no longer be defined by their past mistakes and to feel empowered to go out into the world and share their experience, their strength, and their hope. And also challenging the audience to get involved and to help to change the stigma of the formerly incarcerated. And today I have the great honor to welcome Desiree Valencia to share her story with us. Desiree, will you please share your story?
Hello, thank you guys for letting me be here today. Have you ever heard the terms all gas and no brake? I always thought it meant you wanted to go fast. But back then, what did I know about anything? Though life was good, it was really good until it wasn't. Growing up, my childhood wasn't the best. Life was hard. It was really hard. I had to grow up fast to take care of my siblings. I was the oldest one, and my mom had the kids with her husband. She was always gone. She was always working. I prayed that she would be around more. I was a child taking on so much, taking care of them and the house, doing everything a woman should do, but I was just a child. I should have been enjoying life, but I wasn't, especially when the abuse started. It was sad and really, really scary. For me, it was every type of abuse that you could imagine, and it was always in the worst ways. I felt alone, ashamed, and I never understood why. Like, why me? No one deserved it, not like this. But it was now my life, and there was no way escaping it. I couldn't wait to be 18, be old enough to leave and never come back. I prayed and looked forward to every birthday. Closer and closer I got. Finally, I made it out. I've moved with my family in South Phoenix, where I would be home, be away for good, and finally be free. And the woman I was supposed to be. I got a job. My aunt taught me everything I needed to know, how to drive. I got my license. I went to medical school for medical assisting. Life was good. I started to smoke weed and drink. It was not legal back then, so one day when me and my classmates started smoking on break, the next thing we got called in, they asked us for a drug test. It wasn't tolerated at school. So I got scared, dropped out. That was the end of my chapter at school, sadly. So I threw away my education because it was a gateway drug. Little did I know that it was going to be a beginning. So I picked up another job and another, balancing 3 now. It wasn't easy back then, so I was independent. I had my own place, my own car, no kids. I was living life. I could do what I wanted, when I wanted, right? I worked for it. No one could tell me anything. I was doing my own thing, and I was doing too much in too little time. To be honest, I was working. I would treat myself to bars with friends, going out to clubs. I even started using coke with friends. Partying was a way of life for me, being in the scene. I had nothing, weed was nothing anymore, just a high. But later down the line, I got introduced to meth. And I found out very quickly how addictive it was. I distanced myself from family, and I am so close to family. It was everything to me. I shut myself out and pushed myself away from everyone. I opened up myself to friends on the streets. I lost my job. I was so disappointed. I started hanging out with the wrong crowds. Since I had no job, I met all the wrong people, plugs. I was young, beautiful. It was easy for me. I got in where I fit in. I started selling drugs and climbed that ladder to the lifestyle so quick, that ladder to tragedy. Nothing came good out of it. I was doing what I had to. I was nothing. I didn't recognize who I was anymore physically. I was someone else. I made mistakes and I was lost, but I kept it pushing, chasing money and the next high. It was a rush, the power I felt, doing what I did, but yet powerless over my own addiction. You know what I mean? Now there is nothing like being alone while you're on drugs, that emotional isolation. So when I met my baby's dad, I thought, hey, this is love. But what would I know about love? And we could really be something and have a future. I thought he was the one why not stick it out? But with me, we were in this situation, so why not be married or something like that, do better? But when I would talk to him about getting sober, he would quickly dismiss the idea. So there I would think that was a red flag. Was it love? No. I let it go, and our relationship would be good at times until it wasn't. We would come to have 2 beautiful kids, my son who's now 8 and my daughter who's now 6. But back then it wasn't easy for him. Drugs always came first, and our addiction had its ups and downs. My kids did something to me. It was love I never felt before. He would go to jail or go to prison. I would get clean. It would be good. When he would get released and come home, it would be perfect. But even that picture-perfect family only lasted so long. Then it was right back to the drugs. But when he would go, I would go with him. You can't get high and think you can get it under control when nothing is in control in your life. So everything started to spiral after that, and I lost myself, my kids. It was all gas, no break after that. Without them here, there was no meaning to life. It was moving faster than it had ever had. There was no slowing down. Once I didn't have them, I was thankful for my mom and my family, had my kids, and not the system. I would never forgive myself if that was the case. But they were my world. Not without them, I was fading into the darkness, depressed and more lost than I had ever been. Like, why me? I couldn't get a hold of myself. And my man sure didn't help me face the music. He had his own agenda. I was so lost, I started to use blues, street fentanyl to numb the pain. He was already using, so it was nothing new. I saw him do it all the time. I thought to myself, what am I doing? This isn't me. He enabled me, always pushing me to smoke with him, and we had to get more, or we would get sick. I was sick, all right, of who I became. I would run into another couples out there just like us. It was sad. Women lost following their man. You could see the sadness in their eyes. There was no stopping them. I was fully addicted. I'd get sick if I didn't have it. But I would still make time for my kids, seeing them frequently and doing anything and everything I could for them, always. Still their mom, I had to. I couldn't just forget them, hiding the fact of my new addiction. I would never want them to see me like that. I was so ashamed and so hurt on who I had become. This wasn't me. Who am I? I ended up getting arrested and facing prison time. So I was left out there to do the thing I knew best, to survive, to hustle, to take care of mine. I blew up quick, selling mad drugs for a female. I knew what that had to come with. Haters, people out to get me, rob me. No one was my friend. I may have had everything, but I felt so empty, so ashamed. This isn't what I wanted. I wanted something better for myself, for my kids and family. I'm selfish. I'm hurting everyone, but how could I stop? I wasn't strong enough. I didn't know how to get help or go anywhere. These drugs had a hold on me. So did the lifestyle. With all that quick and fast money, I couldn't take care of anyone. I did, but lost so much at what it cost. One day I sat in a room full of pain and sadness. Sorrow, the room was empty, but and I felt full and heavy. I couldn't take it anymore. I cried out to God, but could he hear me? Would he even listen after everything I did? But I was taught he would never give up on us, that he loves us, all his children, no matter what, and just to call upon him and he would hear me. So I did exactly that. I cried out, tears and full of pain. I didn't stop until I told him everything that I did and how sorry I was and how to please forgive me. I needed help, that I couldn't do this anymore. I'd do anything if he could help me, and I'd mean it, because it wasn't only me I was thinking about. It was my kids, my family. I swear by the time I said amen, I felt something lighter, different. That heaviness was gone, like he took it all away, like he said it's gonna be okay. It was a sense of relief in a way, if that makes sense. The next day I got arrested, no bond. I wasn't getting out. I knew I was done running. Was this my rescue? I was so dope sick, I cried out again. Lord, take this away. I'll never do it again. I promised. It sucked, feeling how I felt, but I spoke to him. I swear, maybe not in peace, but the things that I thought of that flooded my mind brought me peace. Since that day, I never touched drugs again, and I regained my faith. Heavy in my Bible, going to church, I found myself. I was on the right path. My arrest was a blessing. It saved my life, to be honest. The day I got sentenced, 5 years, I made up my mind to do right, to turn my life around, and to be good. Because not only for myself, but for my kids, to show my kids and learn from my mistakes, put the pieces to the puzzle back together, and be a new and better me. Going to prison and working on myself, a lot of parenting, and be a better and taking anger management to work on my issues. I have taken so many classes, so many meetings, my program after program, and year after year. I also took career paths that changed my life. It set me up for success and gave me the tools to build myself back up. I met so many wonderful women along the way, and God has truly blessed me, even with time. In a time, it was a blessing in disguise, so I would tell anyone in this situation out there to never lose faith, because even though I was lost, I found myself. It was God who saved me. Always have faith, no matter what the situation is. No matter what the situation is, know He will hear you, love you, and get better. God blessed me with a second chance at life, being a mother and getting back on track. It's all up to you, and it's all up to me. So be thankful to I'm thankful to all the wonderful women I met along my recovery and in my programs. I wish there were more programs for women who went through the situation that I did. I appreciate all the churches who came to the prisons to help me, the women and mothers, and the women in the programs for giving me the voice back that I never had and letting me tell my story. Thank you.